What's up, guys? It is Carly here, bringing you day number 21 of my 31 Days of Horror. And if you watched the last video, I talked about The Exorcist and how I saw it as a double feature with It's Alive from the year 1974. So I figured I would come on here and talk about It's Alive this time, because why not? So It's Alive, it was a first-time watch for me, and I didn't really know what to expect going into it. I didn't really know anything about the plot. I knew it had something to do with a baby or pregnancy horror, and I am a pretty big fan of movies like that, so I was kind of just excited to see what it was about. And the plot of that movie is this woman, it's a family, it's a woman, her husband, and I believe they have like a 12-year-old son, and she is pregnant, and she's about to give birth. She goes to the hospital to obviously give birth to her child finally, and a bunch of nurses and doctors end up getting murdered, and the baby goes missing. So the entire movie becomes a big search for this baby who was born horribly deformed and obviously very dangerous, and these people are trying to find the baby, all the while the baby is killing people. He's kind of lurking in the corners, and then he jumps out and attacks certain people. So that is the basic idea of this film. I will say right off the bat, this is not a very serious movie. It's a very fun movie, and I did mention that in the last review, that you got this movie paired with The Exorcist. It seems like a weird combination, but it actually really worked because they played this one after The Exorcist, and it was a good film to just kind of have fun with and not take too seriously, where The Exorcist is very serious and gloomy. So I thought it was a very good pairing, and they played them in the right order. I thought it was actually kind of funny. A lot of people were getting up and leaving during this movie, and I don't really know why, because I thought it was a lot of fun. I felt like the characters in the movie were just kind of odd. Like the dad, his like personality and just the way he delivers lines and does stuff is just very sort of off-putting and weird. And same goes for the mom. And I'm kind of just like, how did this even happen? You don't really know. It's just like she gives birth to this mutant child, and there's really not an explanation, at least I don't think, unless I missed something. But she does that, and then they're trying to search for the child. And one thing I really like about the movie is they actually do show the baby and what it looks like. It's kind of kept in the shadows for the most part, but you do get a look at the face and just the size of the baby's like weird head and body, and I did like that. I know sometimes for movies it's best to go by what you don't see, and that makes a movie scary, but for this one it was more of a fun movie, not to be taken seriously. So I think if they didn't show the actual baby, it would have lost some of that fun factor. And it's very comical too, this movie. Some of the dialogue comes off as very, very funny, especially when people are kind of talking to the mother, or like there's parts where on the radio it literally announces the parents' names and lets everyone know, like, oh, these are the crazy people who gave birth to this child that's going around killing everyone. And then people were going up to the mom and saying, like, oh, like, just describing what they heard the baby looks like. And it's just very, very funny. And I don't know if all the dialogue was meant to intentionally be comical, but like I said, it really works and makes the movie all the more fun and quirky. That's the best word to describe it, the acting and just the way the characters are acting throughout this film, especially just the family you're dealing with. Even the son, he's kind of a weirdo as well, and it's just very, very quirky. The baby killing people is, the beginning scene where you have the baby killing all the nurses and stuff, you don't really see it, but you do see the aftermath of these medical professionals just dead on the ground, and there's a lot of blood, and that's probably the scariest part of the film. It's actually very unsettling and creepy because you don't know what happened. It's just like one doctor walks out of the room and falls dead, and then you go in and see everyone else is also dead. The baby's missing, and the mom is crying. So I actually thought that was kind of disturbing, but for the rest of the movie, like I said, it's more of a fun film, and it's not overly disturbing or anything like that. I do think the other kills, while they don't show all that much, they do a good job with just the blood and making it look like this baby is doing some gruesome work on these people. And yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed it. It's obviously no masterpiece like something like The Exorcist would be, but it was a very fun movie, and it's probably one that I would honestly go back to. I know there are sequels to this in that box that just came out. I forget who released that. It might have been Arrow, but in the copy that we saw in theaters actually was from that box set, because the main menu came up afterwards, which I thought was pretty funny. So I would be interested in checking out the other films and learning more about this movie, as well as rewatching it from time to time, because like I said, it's a very fun movie. So if you're into movies like this, I would definitely recommend it. For a rating though, I would probably give it like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10. For the fun factor alone, I'm probably going to go with a 7 out of 10, but it's probably more of a 6 to 6.5 range as if you look at it from a technical level. But for me personally, I give it a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I recommend it if you're into these types of movies. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me for day 21 of my 31 Days of Horror. We only have 10 days left, but yeah, I will see you for day 22.